Clemson Memorial Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Clemson Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Gamecocks offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Clemson just put a beat down on the Gamecocks the last time these two met.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. And Clemson's talent being far superior, dominated, cocky. They got to have an answer this time, Jesse. They were embarrassed a year ago.
South Carolina just has to start faster. You're not going to beat a team like Clemson with all of their athletes if you're sleepwalking out of the tunnel.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Sellers. Can't get him to the ground. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
And I think it's safe to say LaNorris Sellers, David, probably one of the most polarizing players in all of college football. You've seen how special and freakishly talented this guy is with his ability not just throwing the football, but running it, the strength, the size, the power, and more than anything, what we saw a year ago was his ability to avoid sacks and avoid negative plays. I know this. He doesn't have a chance unless this offensive line gets a lot better, but they believe they've built that up. And if that's the case, this could be a very special year for South Carolina.
Well, and let's be honest. This is where they spent their money in the offseason. They wanted to fortify the offensive line. They brought in Kendall Briles at the coordinator spot. They did everything they could to build around this young man. LaNorris Sellers' talent is through the roof. We know it. Big, strong, can throw it. Now the pieces around him, a big year could be coming for this big young man. Now you've seen the evolution. Slot receivers, they're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Back open in the middle. Open space at the 25. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the...
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. You can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and you know that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that third down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Throwing, Sellers. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
A lot of times on third and long, you're not thinking blitz. You're thinking they're going to sit back in zone and play conservative. They blitz. Kind of break tendency. Get to the quarterback. He gets the screen off. But, man, great job by this defense. Not just flying up. Not paying attention and letting them catch that screen behind them. That's a big stop on third and long.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So Clemson's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Here's the speed merchant Chris Johnson Jr. Big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score. They'll give it to Johnson. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Out wide right, it's Brown. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The run inside. It's Johnson. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Gets the back moving. Direct snap. It's Reynolds. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Reynolds. Moves to his right. He'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's Denson. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the... A big pickup on that one.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Snags it, and there's running room. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. This rivalry has a deep and storied history. Plenty of memorable moments. Here are a few of them. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Changing the routes with his receivers. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. He stood tall in the pocket, held his ground, and delivered a strike despite taking that hit.
I'm impressed with this quarterback, boy. In the pocket like that, you've got all these bodies. Guys are trying to grab you. Guys are trying to shield your vision downfield. He knew he was going to get popped. He was able to stand in the pocket calmly and deliver a strike downfield.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-3. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the... They bring the punter onto the field now. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Looks it in. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Right side, it's Brown. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Upstairs to make the catch. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Going to the run, it's Johnson. Stopped right there. Well, they were trying to run a sweep, but they got put in the dustpan real fast.
And defenses understand, I cannot let fast guys get on the edge. I got to get that ball turning back towards the middle. Really good job of understanding that. Understanding if it gets too far outside from them big boys, they aren't even in the play. They're just chasing and running. So nice job by the defense not allowing that ball to get outside.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down. 12-yard line. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down here on the South Carolina sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking.
Makes the grab in their space. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position.
Shakes a man, and he might take off. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose. Finally knocking down at the 41.
And that's really the sign of a tight end that's elite. But when you start recruiting these guys, man, can you make the first guy miss? That's what makes a tight end go from really, really good to elite. And he does a great job breaking the tackle and then starts chewing up yards after the catch.
Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception! They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Hits inside, it's Johnson. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Might as well run him again. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Out wide right, it's Brown. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll send the back in motion. Straight ahead, it's Johnson. Knocked down immediately.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
A disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, it's Clark. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's Sellers to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Left side is Hunt. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Moving the pocket, it's Sellers. Going to throw it deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Burrows. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense. And you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got it behind the line. It's Burrows. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And that's not a surprise play call for this offense. A lot of times, man, after a tackle for a loss or a play that goes behind the line of scrimmage, they want to get those chunky yards back. They want to get back to third and manageable. They dial up the screen. They get some positive yards. Now put themselves in a position to be more successful on third down.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the snap, it's Reynolds. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And how about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Now here's Sellers. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Gamecocks! He broke Broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Running inside, it's Johnson. Stacked up after gaining a couple.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Good, strong tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And they capped things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He's changing the play. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. They get to him as he throws, and he avoids the sack.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all... over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
All even here in the third quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. Runs through a tackle. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Well, this game is all but wrapped up. The Week 13 scoreboard for the top 12 teams in the country looks like this. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Quick give. It's Johnson. Nowhere to go.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Hey, put the brakes on him.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already... the play, and they've got it at the 35. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game with a chance to drive for the go-ahead score. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Churns into the pile. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th quarter. Driving forward, it's McAllister. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The fake and wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. This is as big a play as we've had in this game. 3rd down and 3. Just going to keep it after the snap. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Davidson. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Wants to throw. It's Reynolds. Right side, it's Davidson. Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run him again. Just smothered on the play.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Rush is on. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And, man, I love safeties that play with great vision in the back end, right? They're the safety for a reason. They're the back line of defense 99% of the time, and I love how he sees the ball.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Wesco.